Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. I'm your host, Chris Borda, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. Let me first thank you for taking time in your busy day to listen to what I have to say. I don't take that lightly, and I hope today's information helps you get better results. Before we get started, let me also thank our sponsor, Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus get fit so they can live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things they love to do. Some quick housekeeping here. If you want to get a timestamp or a transcript of today's broadcast, head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Scroll over to the podcast button, click on that, and it'll give you access to any one of our now 311 episodes. You can also get this podcast or this broadcast wherever podcasts can be found. Breakthrough ways to advance your training for better results. Today, we're diving deep into a concept that's crucial for anyone looking to improve their movement, prevent injuries, and boost performance. It's a phrase you may have heard before: proximal stability for distal mobility. Sounds fancy, right? But don't worry, we're going to break it down in a way that's easy to understand and, most importantly, easy to apply. So let's get started here. You may not have heard that statement before, proximal stability for distal mobility. So let's first define what that means. So proximal stability for distal mobility means proximal refers to the part of the body that are closer to the center, like the core, the hips, and the shoulders. Distal refers to parts that are further away, like arms, hands, legs, and feet. Stability is about maintaining control and support, whereas mobility is about movement and flexibility. In simple terms, it means that in order to have efficient and effective movement in your arms and legs, distal mobility, we need to have stability and strong core strength, or proximal stability. Think of your body like a tree. If the trunk is strong and stable, the branches can move freely without risk of breaking. The same goes for our bodies. A stable core supports healthy, powerful, and coordinated movement in our limbs. So let's move into one. Let's take a little zoom look here at the shoulders, the role of shoulder and scapular stability. This will help you understand a little bit more. The shoulder joint is incredibly mobile, but its mobility comes at a cost. It relies heavily on the stability provided by the scapula or the shoulder blade. Without a stable base, the shoulder joint can't function properly, and we risk injury. Let's consider 3 examples where shoulder or scapular stability is crucial for arm movement. The first would be a simple overhead press. When you're pressing a weight overhead, whether it's a dumbbell, kettlebell, or putting your luggage away in an airplane, your shoulder blades have to move smoothly upwards and downwards. It's known as scapular upward rotation. If your scapula aren't stable, you'll likely compensate by arching your low back or shrugging your shoulders, which can lead to shoulder impingement or lower back strain. Another thing would be a push-up. It's a common mistake in push-ups is allowing the shoulder blades to wing out or collapse, which means they aren't stable. Proper scapular stability ensures that the shoulders can stay in good position, engaging the chest and the triceps more effectively while reducing strain on the shoulder joint. And finally, a more dynamic move like throwing a ball, whether it's basketball, baseball, or even playing catch with your kids. Throwing requires a lot of shoulder movement. Without good, stable scapula, the shoulder joint can't generate enough force or control, leading to decreased throwing speed and accuracy and increasing the risk of injuries like rotator cuff tears. So many times I hear how somebody tore their rotator just going to throw the ball in the backyard with their grandchild. And this is because they don't have good scapular stability. The movement of the shoulder and the scapular stability is essential for anyone who wants to move well and avoid injuries, whether you're lifting weights or just moving through your daily life. Now let's talk a little bit about fascia, because this is all ties together in the end here. So fascia is a web-like network of connective tissue that runs through your entire body, linking muscles, bones, and organs together from head to toe. Imagine it as a full body suit that connects everything under your skin. This network not only supports and protects your muscles, but it also plays a key role in how your body moves and transfers force. So fascia connects your hands to your feet and integrates with your core muscles. When we engage the fascia, we create a continuous line of tension that helps activate the core and stabilize the body. This connection is crucial for coordinated, powerful movements, and it emphasizes how no part of the body moves in isolation. And when we talk about powerful movements, we're not talking, this absolutely happens in sports, but in your everyday life, you have powerful movements that you don't even think about, like pulling the door open as you want to open the door, or lifting your garage door, or you're going to push something, push some furniture. It's all interconnected. So these are powerful movements, not necessarily, although it does happen in sports, we're talking about everyday life here. So you ever wonder how your muscles, no matter what they're doing individually, still manage to impact tissues all over your body? Well, the secret lies in the incredible interconnection of fascia. Just think of your body as its own internal web connecting every muscle, bone, and organ throughout. These interconnections, known as fascial lines, run along the body's dissectable meridians of connective tissues. There's many of these in your body, and they're a network of membranes, ligaments, and various types of connective tissues, both superficial and deep, loose and tight. So what's fascinating about these fascial lines is how they contribute to our overall stability, resistance, power, flexibility, and elasticity. Most importantly, they support our compensatory posture, ensuring that all these connective tissues work in harmony. This creates a fluid, balanced movement, helping you maintain balance and keeping every part of your body in direct contact with each other. When you engage your fascia during exercise, you're essentially turning on the interconnected network, which can help improve strength, flexibility, and overall body awareness. So, what are some exercises to help develop proximal stability and engage fascia? To tap into both proximal stability and the power of fascia, there are some exercises here that I recommend. For example, a plank with a reach. So you're down in a plank position. And this is a fantastic exercise for core stability, and it engages the fascia because we go from 4 contact points on the ground to 3 contact points. So you're going to get into your plank position with your hands under your shoulders. Grip that ground tight with your hands and slowly reach forward, keeping your core engaged and avoiding any rotation or dipping in your hips. The reach activates the fascia from your fingertips through your core, teaching your body to stabilize while in motion. So while you're gripping that ground with the support hand and you're digging your toes into the ground and you engage that core, that fascia crisscrosses from the hand that's on the ground to the feet that are both on the ground. You've also got a single leg deadlift, standing on one leg, hinge forward at the hip. Extend the opposite leg behind you. As you lower the body and reach your hand toward the floor, keep your spine straight and your core engaged. This movement connects the fascia from your foot to your fingertips, challenging your balance, core stability, and hip mobility. And a third one would be a Palloff press. So we'll do it in a standing position. So you stand with your feet shoulder width apart, holding a resistance band anchored to the side. With both hands, hold the band at your chest and press it straight out in front of you. The resistance of the band will try to rotate your body, and your core will need to engage to keep you stable. This exercise emphasizes core stability while engaging the fascia across the torso. All 3 basic exercises that we do at Y.E.S Fitness all the time. To get the best results from these exercises, focus on quality over quantity. It's not about how many reps you can do or how heavy the weight is. Instead, pay attention to how your body feels. Are you maintaining a stable core? Is your spine neutral? Are you avoiding unnecessary movements? These small details make all the difference. Now, I want to impress upon you to stress this that it's important to progress. Start with the basic stability exercise and gradually move on to more dynamic and challenging ones as your body adapts. Consistency is key, as it is in most things in life. Make these exercises a regular part of your training routine, and you'll start to notice improvements in your overall movement quality, strength, and everyday activities. Proximal stability for distal mobility isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a principle that can transfer the way you move and feel. By focusing on building a stable core and engaging the fascia, you're setting yourself up for success in everything from sport performance to everyday tasks. So, two exercises that are very basic exercises that we use in our gym all the time that highlight this is if you're in a bird dog position, and most people know bird dog position, down on all four. And many times, if not taught correctly, they just tell you to reach your arm out while extending the opposite leg, pausing and come back down. But before you start that movement, you need to grip the ground with your hands and dig your feet into the ground so that when you reach up with your right arm and your left leg, by gripping the ground with the hand and digging the toe of the right opposite leg or opposite foot into the ground, you are engaging that fascia that takes that exercise to the next level. Or if we were to spin over and do a single leg bridge, so that means you're lying on your back with one knee bent, and let's say your right leg is up in the air. You want to have your arms out to the side and your palms facing down. So you're going to push your foot into the ground while pushing your hands into the carpet or the ground. You should actually be able to see your fingertips just gripping that ground. So by gripping the ground with your hands and pushing your foot into the ground, you will notice your whole posterior chain, that would be from your feet all the way through your hands, is now engaged before you start to do that single leg bridge. It takes the exercise from a B to an A plus. Think about it. Try it sometime. See how you feel. That's it for today's episode. If you found it helpful, make sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. And as always, keep moving and stay strong and take care of your body. Until next time, this is Chris Border, where we'll give you more information on how to get fit, feel younger, and live